Hummingbirds are so popular in Houston. What are ways you can attract them?
There's really two best ways to attract hummingbirds, and again, going back to the native plants, there's lots of native plants that will attract hummingbirds. This is just one example. This is called Turk's Cap. It has this beautiful red bloom. The hummingbirds dip their bill inside, pollen gets on their forehead, so hummingbirds are important pollinators of Turk's Cap. Turk's Cap renews its nectar almost immediately after the bird has been drinking from the flower, so it's a great hardy plant that grows very easily in most yards here in the Houston area. And there's a variety of other, especially red nectaring plants that you can place in your yard to attract hummingbirds.
How else can you feed hummingbirds?
Well, a lot of people like to put out hummingbird feeders, especially in the spring and fall here in the Houston area, and particularly in the fall. We get a great migration of the ruby-throated hummingbirds through the area, and they need to fatten up to make it across the Gulf of Mexico on their southbound migration. So our gardens and our feeders are really important stopovers for them. And there's some good tricks to know to help you maintain a hummingbird feeder. The sugar water is really simply 1 part sugar, 4 parts water. You mix it up, you make a big batch, you can keep it in the refrigerator. And if you're new to putting out hummingbird feeders, I always suggest getting a small one, maybe something like this, and putting just a small amount of the sugar water in it at first, because you don't want to be dumping a lot of sugar water out every day until they find it. Placing hummingbird feeders near flowering plants that the hummingbirds are visiting will also help to attract them to your feeder. Having the feeder facing north, because birds are coming down from the north, will also help them find their feeder. They're looking visually for this red color. Keeping them clean, especially when we get those warm fall days here in Houston. Once the temperature outside reaches 90 plus, this sugar water can go bad. So you want to keep it freshened every day or two. And enjoy the hummingbirds. Sometimes we'll have wintering hummingbirds, like rufous hummingbirds here in Houston, and you'll be able to feed them all winter long.